Just didn't seem like it. The lows are too low and the highs are too high.
First up with Korolnik and Koliakovo. Weekday mornings from 6 till 10 on TSN 1050.
You ain't first, you're last.
Sometimes finding your way means following your heart, even if you don't know where it might lead.
No matter where I went, a part of me would always be here.
An all-new Sullivan's Crossing. Sunday at 7, 8 Central on CTV. Stream next day on Crave.
From dreamer to doer, it's about finding the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers through flexible learning pathways, including online, hybrid, and on-campus opportunities, accessible tuition, incredible community, and intentional faculty who make world-changing connections. The road ahead? It's closer than you think. With Indiana Wesleyan. Start today at discovertheway.com.
How did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you. All of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Malcolm is a listening learner. So he checks with Babbel's speech recognition to be
Precio.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Your date just asked for your Wi-Fi, but you have cable internet. Don't panic. Remain calm and reply with, "Darn, I forgot my password." Or, "The modem is at the shop." The modem shop. Or simply, "Internet. What's internet?"
Embarrassed by your internet? Just switch to Bell Pure Fiber, Canada's most trusted internet. Visit bell.ca to check availability. Bell. Internet just got better.
Uneven sidewalks, driveways, or patios. A1 Concrete Leveling is your solution. Our advanced technology can fix your concrete problems without the cost and mess of replacement. We offer free on-site evaluations and estimates. Don't let uneven concrete be a tripping hazard. Protect your property value by addressing these issues before they worsen. With decades of experience, we've earned the trust of homeowners and businesses alike. Call us for a quote today at 614-575-0123. A1 Concrete Leveling, your trusted local concrete leveling experts.
Lately, times have been challenging, with many people facing increased interest rates, inflation, and rising credit card debt. Everyone needs a little help from time to time, but it can be hard to ask for help when it comes to your personal finances. But you're not alone. Millions of Canadians share that feeling with you. 500,000 Canadians have found help with their debt, and so can you with Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. They are one of the largest non-profit credit counseling organizations in the country, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They could help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call 1-800-656-7129. That's 1-800-656-7129. Let Consolidated Credit get you back to a debt-free life. Call 1-800-656-7129. Call toll-free today for a free consultation. 1-800-656-7129. Ontario license number 4705786.
This is Golf Talk Canada, presented by Picton Mahoney Asset Management. This segment of GTC is brought to you by Adidas Golf, the official footwear and apparel partner of GTC. A golf heritage like no other, Adidas Golf is reimagining timeless styles to be worn by today's golfer. Shop the iconic Originals Golf Collection at adidas.ca.
As we wrap today's show, time for some leaderboard updates. Leaderboard updates brought to you by Bushnell Golf, number one rangefinder in the world of golf. Check out bushnellgolf.com for much more information. Chevron Championship, LPGA Tour, Mausago wins their PGA Tour. Andrew Novak, Ben Griffin getting it done on the PGA Tour at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. PGA Tour champions. How about Jerry Kelly, a one-shot victory over Ernie Els? Well, it's been a fun one today. We are back on TV tomorrow night, 11 p.m. TSN2. Then, of course, 10 a.m. TSN Radio Network on Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. And remember, the first good decision for the golf course starts in the closet.
This segment of GTC, presented by Picton Mahoney Asset Management, was brought to you by Adidas Golf, the official footwear and apparel partner of GTC. A golf heritage like no other, Adidas Golf is reimagining timeless styles to be worn by today's golfer. Shop the iconic Originals Golf Collection at adidas.ca. Thank you for listening to GTC. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Golf Talk Canada and subscribe to our YouTube channel. For show archives, podcasts, and all things GTC, visit golftalkcanada.com. And don't miss Golf Talk Canada Television weekly on the TSN Television Network.
From dreamer to doer, it's about finding the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers through flexible learning pathways, including online, hybrid, and on-campus opportunities, accessible tuition, incredible community, and intentional faculty who make world-changing connections. The road ahead? It's closer than you think. With Indiana Wesleyan, start today at discovertheway.com.
There's something real here, right?
Yeah, of course.
Late Bloomer, the Crave original, the Globe and Mail calls one of the 10 best new shows of 2024 is back.
You have a wife at this point. Look how old you are.
From creator and star Jasmeet Reyna. Don't miss the new season of the hit comedy critics say shines with authenticity and wit.
What if we don't have kids?
Late Bloomer, new season stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
Lately, times have been challenging, with many people facing increased interest rates, inflation, and rising credit card debt. Everyone needs a little help from time to time, but it can be hard to ask for help when it comes to your personal finances. But you're not alone. Millions of Canadians share that feeling with you. 500,000 Canadians have found help with their debt, and so can you with Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. They are one of the largest non-profit credit counseling organizations in the country, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They could help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call 1-800-318-1940. That's 1-800-318-1940. Let Consolidated Credit get you back to a debt-free life. Call 1-800-318-1940. Call toll-free today for a free consultation. 1-800-318-1940. Ontario license number 4705786.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.ca/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed where work is performed. See website for details.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your first aid cabinets are stocked, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas apparel program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.ca.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Uneven Concrete. A1 Concrete Leveling provides efficient, cost-effective solutions using patented technology. We lift and level your concrete without the need for a replacement. We service driveways, sidewalks, patios, and more. Our process is eco-friendly and minimizes disruption to your property. With over 30 years' experience, we're the trusted choice in Ohio. Customer satisfaction is our top priority, and we take pride in delivering exceptional results. Don't let uneven concrete ruin your property's aesthetic. Call us for a quote today.
CHUM AM Toronto is TSN 1050, an iHeart radio station and the voice of Toronto sports.
It's Thursday around 3:30 in the afternoon. We're walking into the NFL draft and going through security, and literally I hear Fitz, and I turn around and I see DeBoer and Alex Thompson and Allie from Alabama, and I turn around, and right when I hear it and see who said it, and I look over at Carlin, and Carlin is nodding his head going, oh, yeah. I'm like, son of a. This just added fuel to the fire. But by the way, DeBoer was amazing in breaking down his players and other players that they played against. But, yeah, that stung because I knew Carlin was going to run with that for 3 days. And guess what? Carlin ran with that for 3 days. Yes.
Shout out to Chris Carlin, one of the best in the biz. That's
proof.
That is not easy what he does. I could not do it. I mean, there's no way. I used to drive shows for 20 years, right? And you drive this show. To drive that NFL draft and quarterback that damn show and recapping pick after pick after pick and weaving in interviews and getting everyone's opinions and analysis on is a very difficult job. And Chris Carlin, on the radio side, it's harder on radio than TV because you don't have the visual images. You have to paint the picture. And, man, Chris Carlin he's a first-round draft pick. I mean, top 5, because he does a remarkable job, even though he takes shot after shot at me. And
as he should. That's part of the That's part of the remarkable job that Carlin does. As a radio geek, I was listening to you guys, and I was also marveling at the job that Carlin was doing driving it. Like, I would love to do that. You know how you're saying that you would never want to, like, I would love.
Easy. I don't know if you would. Do you want that, Amber? Difficult. Are you sure? Do you want to try and do that?
It's very difficult. That's what I love about it. I mean, Carlin had to be so on everything. And then directing the traffic also with all of you guys, because you're all so excellent. You all have your own specific role and contribution there of the expertise that you bring. And he was really good at navigating it all. But so are you. With all your stories, obviously, and your analysis, and you're one of the most well-connected people in college football, which is why you're the mayor of college football. And then one day, there's going to be some committee from the Senate.
Moving on in a hurry. Here we go.
They're going to call. They're going to be like, we should get to come testify on NIL. Let's call the mayor of college football, and the whole thing's going to go south, all because Chris Carlin started calling you that. Amber and Ian on ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, RV, and more. In short, a lot of things bundled today at Progressive.com. By the way, real quick, I just saw this from Shams Sarania. Did you see that Shaq is now going to be the general manager of Sacramento State, their basketball program? Shaq is, yeah.
Not LSU, huh?
Not LSU, Sacramento State, because his son plays there. Shaquille O'Neal, he plays for Sacramento State. So Mike Bibby, he's going to be now the general manager there alongside Mike Bibby. It's interesting what's happening. Like Andrew Luck, the GM of Stanford, is interesting there, what's happening with these former players becoming general manager of college teams. Let's find out, though, who we think was the best picks of the 2025 NFL draft.
This is The List.
You know what? You just made the list.
The List with Amber and Ian. Number 5.
All right, I'm going Gray Sable, Seattle Seahawks, first-round draft pick, not because my brother coaches the Seahawks, because he is a G5 player, group of 5 player, that at the Senior Bowl went in and whipped everybody's ass. It was awesome. And so for the offensive lineman from North Dakota State come into the Senior Bowl and say, I'm that guy, and then get drafted from a potential third-round type prospect to first round, I love that underdog story. Give me Gray Zabel, G5, North Dakota State, going in and proving I belong, and he's a top 20 pick. Love it.
I like what Green Bay did in breaking their 23-year drought of drafting a receiver in the first round and drafting a receiver in Matthew Golden out of Texas. They also drafted another receiver in the third round in Savion Williams out of TCU. I like teams that will break their typical protocol and essentially reach, although I don't think that he's a reach. He transferred from Houston. He spent a couple seasons at Houston, transfers from Texas. At first, it was very, very rough. Then he got going, and by the end of the season, he was the number 1 target there at Texas. And who was that under? Well, his wide receivers coach, who used to play for the Green Bay Packers, and was, by the way, a Packer the last time the Packers drafted a wide receiver there in the first round. I think that that's a good get for Jordan Love as another weapon there in Green Bay.
Number 4.
Give me this family story right before the draft's about to end. Luke Lachey, tight end, Iowa. Don't look at the numbers because the quarterback play at Iowa sucks. We all know that, right? Throughout an entire career. But Luke Lachey is the son of Jim Lachey, All-American offensive lineman, color analyst for the Ohio State Buckeyes, Super Bowl champion, former first-round pick. Luke Lachey was offered a gray shirt, not even a full boat, by the Buckeyes. He goes, nah, I'm better than that. He goes to Iowa, has a remarkable career, gets drafted late in the 7th round, by the Houston Texans. I promise you, Texans, you are getting a tight end that will be not only a four-core special teams guy, but a contributor. He has remarkable hands. He just had awful quarterback play. Give me Luke Lachey, legendary son of Jim Lachey. Remarkable family story. I'm all about that. That's my number 4 from the draft.
I like stories as well. Let's stick with tight ends, though. Tyler Warren, to me, he was chosen by the Indianapolis Colts as their first-round pick out of Penn State there at 14. I really like Tyler Warren. Watching him in a postseason, Ian, like you and I did.
Travis Kelce starter kit, right?
Yeah, that dude's special. He really is. They also took Riley Leonard, by the way, the quarterback out of Notre Dame there later in the draft in the 6th. I didn't hate that for them either because I have no idea if Indianapolis has their franchise quarterback. So why the heck not? But I think Tyler Warren's going to be special. Let's move it along.
Number 3.
Brashard Smith, running back, SMU. Rhett Lashley told us the reason that he brought Brashard Smith from as a wide receiver from the Miami Hurricanes to SMU. He told us a story. Well, I'm watching a Kansas City Chiefs playoff game, and we're watching our former wideout at SMU, Rashee Rice, and I'm going, wow, Pacheco, this running back, is he about the same size as Smitty, meaning Brashard Smith, who wanted to come to SMU, but they didn't have a wide receiver spot for him. So what does Rhett Lashley do? Call Smitty going, hey, I don't have a wide receiver scholarship for you, but I have a running back scholarship. Are you willing to switch from wide receiver to running back? He says, hell yeah. Comes in, first year playing running back in his life. Never played running back even in high school. Goes for over 1,300 yards. Helps SMU get to the college football playoff. And all because of Isaiah Pacheco and Kansas City with his head coach, Rhett Lashley, watching the Chiefs in a playoff game. Oh, by the way, who drafts him? The Kansas City Chiefs. Where was Pacheco drafted? 7th round. Where did Smitty go? 7th round. To what team? Kansas City. It all comes full circle.
It all comes full circle. I like what the Giants did in this draft. Abdul Carter is a chalk pick. We all knew that that's who they were going to take, but also we all think he's great, and that's why he was available so high as a choice for them. Then they take Jackson Dart later. They take Cam Scatterbo even later. Obviously, all of us. I mean, we all love that. We all love that pick. Any college football fans have to love Cam Scatterbo as a pick. I actually think New York had a really good draft, but it all started, of course, with Abdul Carter. He's going to be a monster in the league. Next.
Number 2.
Terrion Arnold. You're going, wait, what? What? No, hold on. He was last year's draft. Yeah, he was. You will find out in about 6 minutes as to why I'm going Terrion Arnold with Jalen Milroe was one of my favorite moments of the NFL draft.
That is a little tease for you. One of my favorite moments was when the Jags traded up to take Travis Hunter, because you know what? Why the hell not? And everyone's like, oh, the general manager, he's so young, he's crazy. But if you are sold on Travis Hunter being that dynamic in the NFL, which a lot of people are, and you're essentially getting 2 for 1 there with that very, very special talent and special player, why not go all in? I like the aggressive nature of what Jacksonville did in this draft. That general manager certainly made his mark and his name known.
Shad Khan.
Yeah. Yeah, they certainly did. Next.
Number 1.
Jack Besh. Come on. I mean, this is near and dear to my heart. You know, my older brother passed away 3 years ago with Jack Besh's older brother, Tiger, former Princeton wide receiver, and returner, being tragically killed in the terrorist attacks the night before the Sugar Bowl. Jack Besh going 58th overall. Come on. I mean, and Raider fans, I promise you're getting a controlled, anger, motivated boot boy. He is going to catch everything in his radius and going to give you everything he's got, because you got not one player, but 2 players on those shoulder pads. Remarkable story.
And Ashton Genty for the Raiders, I think he's going to be incredible as well in the league. The Raiders had a pretty good draft. But if we're going moments instead of just limiting ourselves to picks, my number one moment for me of the NFL draft is easily watching it with my son. And my son does not, he just turned 6 last week. And so he's at an age as a kindergartner where he's not really yet still wanting to sit down and watch whole games with me or anything like that, right? Like he'll watch a few minutes, but he's still kind of not super into sports, really. Overall, watching sports, I should say. But for some reason, the draft was different. And this was much watched television to my kid. And he would ask me all 3 nights. He wanted me to fire it up. He wanted to watch it.
Yes.
He was so into it. We laid in bed watching it together when it got late because he didn't want to turn it off.
Come on.
Trying to stay awake for every pick. Of course, the kid fell asleep both nights. It was so special. It was all my dreams coming true, having a son to watch the draft.
Don't
it was
cry.
So darn cool.
Don't
it
cry.
Really was. I'm not going to cry.
Don't do
but
it.
It was really, really cool. It was like my first
Terry
real
Arnold almost cried on us
it.
on live radio. There you go.
There you go. Coming up next here on Amber and Ian. One of Jalen Milroe's former teammates, Ian teased this, let Seattle know why they should be excited for their new quarterback. This was Ian's very favorite moment of the NFL draft. We'll hear it next right here on ESPN Radio.
What's up, kiddos? Clinton Yates here. And coming up Tuesday, we'll discuss the continuing NBA and NHL playoffs and tell you if the Lakers have a comeback in them or if this series is all but over. That's Tuesday on Clinton and Friends at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Uneven concrete. A1 Concrete Leveling provides efficient, cost-effective solutions using patented technology. We lift and level your concrete without the need for a replacement. We service driveways, sidewalks, patios, and more. Our process is eco-friendly and minimizes disruption to your property. With over 30 years experience, we're the trusted choice in Ohio. Customer satisfaction is our top priority, and we take pride in delivering exceptional results. Don't let uneven concrete ruin your property's aesthetic. Call us for a quote today.
There's something real here, right?
Yeah, of course.
Late Bloomer, the Crave original, The Globe and Mail calls one of the 10 best new shows of 2024 is back.
You have a wife at this point. Look how old you are.
From creator and star Jasmine Reyna. Don't miss the new season of the hit comedy critics say shines with authenticity and wit.
What if we don't have kids?
Late Bloomer, new season stream now. Only on Crave. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
From dreamer to doer, it's about finding the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers through flexible learning pathways, including online, hybrid, and on-campus opportunities, accessible tuition, incredible community, and intentional faculty who make world-changing connections. The road ahead? It's closer than you think. With Indiana Wesleyan. Start today at discovertheway.com.
Lately, times have been challenging, with many people facing increased interest rates, inflation, and rising credit card debt. Everyone needs a little help from time to time, but it can be hard to ask for help when it comes to your personal finances. But you're not alone. Millions of Canadians share that feeling with you. 500,000 Canadians have found help with their debt, and so can you with Consolidated Credit Counseling Services of Canada. They are one of the largest non-profit credit counseling organizations in the country, with an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. They can help you consolidate your bills into one affordable payment, minimize your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. No matter how much you owe, you don't need to do this alone. To get help, call 1-800-288-4991. That's 1-800-288-4991. Let Consolidated Credit get you back to a debt-free life. Call 1-800-288-4991. Call toll-free today for a free consultation. 1-800-288-4991. Ontario license number 4705786.
We up now, believe it. Know you heard about it, now you can see it.
The Canadian Elite Basketball League takes flight with every game all season long.
Oh my goodness!
The CEBL lives here on TSN and TSN Plus.
On ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
With
the 92nd pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks have selected my nephew, quarterback, Alabama, Jalen Milrose.
So that was the moment that Jalen Milroe got drafted. And during that moment, there was an unbelievably special moment happening on ESPN Radio with our very own Ian Fitzsimmons. You can watch the moment. It's on ESPN.com right now, Ian. You can watch it. It's everywhere. But it's so cool that you were part of this moment.
Yeah, Terrion Arnold is a guy I got to know, obviously, in college. You know, his playing days at Alabama, former first-round pick for the Detroit Lions. And, by the way, Rachel Robinson and Terry Slajewski, our producers, good job on the rejoin. It's apropos with Sean Alexander, Jalen Milroe, and Terrion Arnold all being involved. Folks, just give us a listen. This is the epitome of team mate when our crew, and Chris Carlin, Max Starks, Jordan Reed, Mike Tannenbaum, Terrion Arnold, who was introducing the second-round pick for the Lions, or the third-round pick, getting confused. Second-round pick for the Lions comes over, joins our set, and then when he's just sitting down with us, stuff happens. Can't make it up. Timing's everything. Here's my question about what did the Seahawks get in Jalen Milroe, and get ready.
Number one, even just with J. Mill falling, how I just continue to look at him like, man, just fuel to the fire. This is the same guy who got benched versus Texas, didn't get to play versus USF, came back, put the team on his back, and just continue to just take us. Somebody who can endure all the critics, somebody who is just a personable person, and then on top of that, man, somebody who's just a great man off the field. Like, just a lot of stuff that I've been able to take away from him is the way that he deals with a lot of stuff. Like, it's a lot of critics, and people don't understand, man, just being so young, and you just sitting up there just watching these grown men bash you, put your name through the dirt, man. Like, they don't understand, like, come on, man. Most of these guys have never played the game before. Like, you don't know what it's like to get hit and then have to get up, get hit again, and then have to get up, get hit again. And then on top of that, with all that being said, you're 22 years old. Like, people don't really understand everything that we have to go through. And then, just even as far as, like, the mental health, like, that's a big thing in today's world. And just watching, man, the confidence that the dude has. Like, J. Mill literally, like, this is a crazy story, and I knew it would eventually come when he got drafted, but, like, literally, I used to get to workouts. We had workouts at 6:30. I was getting there at 5 o'clock, thinking I was getting there early.
He's there,
and then he'll be in there laughing. Like, man, who's in there laughing at 4 in the morning? He in there laughing, man, and he would literally be in his locker, drenched in sweat. Like, dang, J. Mill, all right. So then I get there earlier. Next day, I'm trying to get there at 4:30. He in there laughing. You thought you got me? Like, literally just beating me to it. Like, somebody who's going to work his behind off to have the success that he's going to have. And, I mean, J. Mill, he's going to have a terrific NFL career, and I'm going to be excited to see it.
Well, in just a moment, we're going to go to the podium because the Seattle Seahawks are just about to make their selection, and the timing might work out in our favor here as we're going to find out exactly where Seattle is headed. Sean Alexander, their legendary running back, is up there to make the selection. Let's find out who Seattle is taking.
What up, 12s? This is so good. This is a family call right here. With the 92nd pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks have selected my nephew, quarterback, Alabama, Jalen Milrose.
Yeah!
It's going to work, man.
Yeah! Hey, we spoke him up. Oh, my God, bro.
Timing is everything.
Oh, my God, bro.
An Alabama legend,
and
Sean Alexander, introducing the Alabama quarterback with the former Alabama All-American DB for the Detroit Lions, Terrion Arnold.
Been through. Yeah. Oh, my God.
You can't make it up, man. What'd they get?
Oh, my God. This ain't nothing but God, bro. Oh, my God, bro. I don't even cry, man. I don't even know why I'm wiping my face, but I'm getting emotional for it. Oh, man. Oh, bro.
I don't know that we could end this on a better
note. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I mean, the only question left for you is, can you tackle him? He's going to be in the
can I tackle him? Oh, my God. What? What you mean? I tell him all the time, you come across the head, concussion. Hey, bro. Where's my dog?
I miss you so much, T.A.
Hey, I got to call him, bro.
And he literally runs off the set and screaming down the hallway while he's FaceTiming Jalen Milroe, one of his best friends from college football, playing with him at Alabama. Those are the moments that, I mean, I lived it. I'm sitting right across from him, Amber, and I just got chills hearing that for the first time. It's just awesome.
I mean, such a cool moment. By the way, Turian Armstead's suit when he was sitting down with you. It's a cool look. He was suited and booted, but a lot of these guys were the fashion.
Lines, speckled, blue and white.
Yeah, the fashion at this NFL
But
draft.
Terrion Arnold, one, just to hear that passion and the story of competing with Jalen Milroe, where they had to cap it at 4:30. Like, all right, we're good. 4:30's it. Right, done. We're not going any further than 4:30 in the morning to be the first to go work out.
Wild.
Come on.
I mean,
let's go.
4:30 in the morning. College kids. I mean, it's just none of us had that kind of dedication in college. But I'm watching the video of him because there's video everywhere. I mean, it's all over every headline, every major publication here online. And so the video is also everywhere of him sitting down. And I'm watching him. He gets up. And he's walking out. That's why I mentioned the suit, because he gets up. I can see the full suit, obviously. And they follow him. The camera follows him. When he walks off your set, he goes into the hallway, and he's walking down, and he's calling Jalen Milroe, and he's trying to FaceTime him.
Full-on genuine joy. It doesn't get any better than that. That is the epitome of team mate. And Detroit Lions, you already know what you have in Arnold. Seahawks, that's what you're getting in Jalen Milroe.
That's really cool for both of those guys. Best friends, and you can hear it. It's incredibly genuine, their relationship. Obviously, they're going to maintain that relationship in the league, and they're both in the league. Just a very, very cool moment for us here at ESPN Radio that Ian Fitzsimmons was there for, because he did a remarkable job on all of our draft coverage for those 3 days. Coming up next here, we're going to continue to make him work. We're forcing him to work around the clock, no days off. Why the Astros had to drop one of their stars in their batting order, that's next right here on ESPN.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy, coming up Tuesday. We know Cam Ward will be the Week 1 starter in Tennessee, but just how many other rookie quarterbacks will start this season? It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
They're coming in hot.
I think the Leafs have played as well as you could expect through 4 games. What would you think the messaging is from Craig Berube going into Game 5 tomorrow night?
My message would be, you play like you did the other night, which I thought they were great the other night in Ottawa. I really did in Game 4. I mean, what did they allow Ottawa? 6 shots in 2 periods. There was one shot from the point where you could see all 5 guys in perfect position in front of the net. There's no chance this puck is getting through. This time last year, there might have been 4 guys in front or even 3 guys, and that's the big difference. They're taking care of their own zone. They are not allowing anything. That's the way in the end. If you look at how the Stanley Cup is going to get won, it's not going to be a 7-5 game in the finals. It's going to be a 2-1, 3-2 nail-biter. I know they lost, but I love the way they're playing the game.
Overdrive with Hayes, Noodles, and the O-Dog. Weekdays at 4 on TSN 1050.
These women are good people.
Amanda Seyfried stars
Our job to protect them.
in the riveting mystery thriller.
You gotta let it go.
I'll let it go when I find her.
Long Bright River. All new. Saturday at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific on USA Network. Stream on Crave.
Still sweating it out with an old, unreliable AC unit? That discomfort only gets worse as the weather heats up, and so do your energy bills. Laird & Son offers energy-efficient Lennox cooling systems built for long-lasting comfort. Locally trusted since 1948, Laird & Son provides expert service and fast installation when you need it most. Right now, get up to $2,000 in rebates, or skip payments for 6 months on a new Lennox air conditioning system. Call 416-421-2121 or visit LairdandSon.com.
TSN 1050 is giving away Leafs tickets to every home playoff game. We want the most passionate fans to be in the building. Here's how you can win. Listen to First Up and Overdrive on the iHeartRadio app for at least 15 minutes straight. You can enter twice a day. The more times you listen, the better your shot at winning. Before each home game, First Up will be calling one devoted fan with a pair of tickets.
I believe in miracles. Let's go, boys.
Feel it. Live it.
Boston Pizza is Canada's go-to place for playoffs. So this year, we're doing more than just hoping a Canadian team wins it all. We're manifesting it. We're planning the parade. We even got a bus. And we've got the sports bar dialed in, with ice-cold draft beer and an elite playoff menu. Like the guy in the movie said, kind of.
If we plan it, we will win.
So when it's game day, post up early at BP and cheer for the Holy Grail to come home.
Okay, if you dig straight down past the center of the earth, are you still digging down or up?
Down.
But at some point, you're going away from the middle. Back up.
Down. You're heading deeper.
Sure, but at some point, you're going up, right?
Gravity says it's down.
Gravity! Dude, you failed science class.
C- is not a fail.
A short phone call can help reduce loneliness. That's why Belle believes that whatever you talk about, just talk.
I'm so glad you called, man. Even if you don't know you're up from down.
It's up.
Uneven Concrete. A1 Concrete Leveling provides efficient, cost-effective solutions using patented technology. We lift and level your concrete without the need for replacement. We service driveways, sidewalks, patios, and more. Our process is eco-friendly and minimizes disruption to your property. With over 30 years experience, we're the trusted choice in Ohio. Customer satisfaction is our top priority, and we take pride in delivering exceptional results. Don't let uneven concrete ruin your property's aesthetic. Call us for a quote today.
5 players have scored in double figures for Cleveland, led by Donovan Mitchell, who's dropped in 22. Meanwhile, Golden State is up 2 games won in their series against the Rockets, and they are expecting good news, says ESPN's Sham Charania.
I'm told the Warriors and Jimmy Butler are expecting him to make his return tonight in Game 4. The mobility is getting there for him. We spoke about it on NBA Countdown on Saturday. He just was not moving well enough to play. The Warriors doctors ruled him out. So he may not be 100% tonight, but he does want to play. The Warriors are expecting him and are optimistic that he will be able to play as they try to go up 3-1.
Butler listed as questionable with a pelvic injury, but the star forward practiced in through a light walkthrough at the team shoot-around on Monday morning. Bad news for Cream City. Bucks star Dame Lillard diagnosed with a torn Achilles tendon. He suffered in Sunday's Game 4 loss to the Pacers. He will undergo surgery, which will end his season and puts next season in jeopardy. Celtics guard Drew Holiday, who has missed the last 2 games of their series against the Magic, out for Game 5 due to a hamstring injury, while Jaylen Brown listed as questionable. In the college ranks, California transfer Andre Stojakovic, the son of former NBA star Peja Stojakovic, and one of the best available players in the portal, has committed to Illinois. A McDonald's All-American top 25 recruit coming out of high school. He averaged almost 18 points this past season to go along with 4.7 rebounds.
What's up, kiddos? Clinton Yates here, and coming up Tuesday, we'll discuss the continuing NBA and NHL playoffs and tell you if the Lakers have a comeback in them or if this series is all but over. That's Tuesday on Clinton and Friends at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
A little early.
Remember, I brought this up earlier when I was talking about a bet to your hands bleed, which we're 11-7-1 against the number.
Uh-huh.
And we have Rockets +4 against the Warriors, and I told you on air, I'm tempted to take Cleveland -12.5 on ESPN bet and a live bet in the first quarter. And you and I looked at each other and went, it's kind of a big number.
That's big.
It was the score at the time was 13-2.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm an idiot.
Spoiler alert, not big. Not big at all.
Not nearly big enough.
The current score.
It's 119-69.
Yes.
And not kidding, Donovan Mitchell, Spider Mitchell, is in street clothes on the Cavs bench. He's in a jumpsuit. It's over.
Yeah,
right?
you don't even need him. Why would you put him
has he
out
already
there?
showered? I mean, it looks like he showered already. Like,
I mean, the Heat are also all in street clothes because they forgot to even show up to this game. So I guess they're
point on that one.
Ending our pain early as Heat fans.
Sweet.
The season will be over in
Done.
9 minutes and 19 seconds.
Over.
Let's find out together what's a big deal and what's not a big deal.
It's making headlines.
Extra, read all about it.
But is it a big deal or not a big deal? With Amber and Ian.
And our producer, Tara Slajewski. Hello, Tara.
Hello, Amber and Ian.
Come on.
Jose Altuve, Houston Astros former second baseman and now left fielder, asked his manager if he could move from the leadoff spot in the lineup to the second spot. So, I kid you not, he could have more time to make it into the dugout from left field. Altuve actually said, quote, I need like that little extra time to come from left field. Big deal or not a big deal, Ian?
Are you trying to draw me off sides? Or I mean, like, the running joke is baseball players don't have to be conditioned. Baseball players are not physically fit. Baseball players can't run from left field into the dugout in time to be... Stop. Yeah, big deal because he's lazy. Yes, big deal.
That can't... Oh, now I'm seeing... I'm like, that can't be why. I'm seeing that he's saying things like, well, my at-bats haven't been really where I want them to be lately, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm seeing it. I just need like 10 more seconds, Altuve said with a smile.
Stop it. Just stop it.
Altuve also acknowledged the need for more time to catch his breath after running into the dugout from left field.
Running, jogging.
Unbelievable. Wow, baseball, man. Yeah,
how about run a sprint, dude?
This is a big deal. Let's just hop on that treadmill, Jose. Let's go.
Terry, you're a baseball fan. Go, fire away.
I can't believe he actually said that.
Thank you.
I guess I'll add that with Altuve, considering his reputation and being at the forefront of the trash can banging scandal, I guess he's a guy that at this point his reputation's already, it is what it is. People think he had a buzzer on him to hit the walk-off home run in the 2019 ALCS. He was right in the middle of the trash can. So, like, at this point,
he did have. Look, I'm going to say, I'll be the one to say it. That dude had a buzzer on him. Yeah, hell yeah, he did. And look, running in from left field, Jose, shut the hell up. Come on.
So, I mean, it's a horrible look, but like I said, this is a guy that, well, his reputation's already what it is, in the trash. Okay. Moving on. The Commanders in the District of Columbia have reached an agreement to build a new 65,000-seat stadium for the team at the site where RFK Stadium, their home from 1961 to 1997, still is. It will be a dome stadium with, according to artist renderings, with these beautiful glass windows that face the Capitol. But that also means all these giant glass windows face west, which we've seen.
Wait.
Is this Dallas?
No.
Is this a Dallas issue all over again?
I didn't see that part.
This happen at AT&T Stadium. Big deal, not a big deal.
Getting them a new stadium is a very, very big deal. Not only because it's going to cost $3.7 billion, which that's always a big deal, but because that is the worst stadium I have ever been to in my entire life. That place is a total bleep hole.
Which one? Jerry World, AT&T,
no,
or RFK?
Goodness, no. That stadium is beautiful. Where the Commanders...
No, but the windows are east-west, right? So
yes, what I'm talking about, where the Commanders actually play football currently is atrocious and terrible.
Yeah, it is.
And so they desperately need a new stadium. So from that perspective, very big deal. But here's the thing. We make this big deal out of windows, and I mean, what's the difference between that and if it wasn't a dome at all? I don't really understand why it matters.
When Jerry World was being constructed, I was at ESPN Dallas with Randy Galloway, and I'm going, why are they facing, if they're going to have windows, these beautiful, gorgeous end zone windows, don't face them east-west, because the sun rises where?
Right.
And sets where?
In the west.
And if you're a wide receiver trying to catch a touchdown pass, see CeeDee Lamb last year, see Miles Austin from Tony Romo, right? Don't go. DC, do yourself a favor. Learn. Do not go east-west.
Here's the problem.
Just pivot the damn thing and go north-south.
Ian, here's going to be the problem, because someone else said this to me today that hopefully they learn. But that's the only view you get, the only way you get the view of the Capitol building.
I don't give a damn about the Capitol if I own the team.
They're not going to change it. Because
I don't care.
We need this beautiful view of the Capitol building. Yeah. So the stadium's going to face west, and they're going to make it so you can see the
That's like
Capitol
Jerry.
building. And then the first 4 o'clock game, the sun's going to be setting, and it's going to be in everyone's eyes.
You know what's crazy is that Jerry Jones actually has massive curtains that he never closes because he wants the windows open, right? But they're there for afternoon games. You can close the curtains, and he's cost himself 2 wins during the regular season. And look, to the new ownership group of the Washington Commanders, don't be like Jerry. If you have to build this damn thing to face east-west, at least pull the damn drapes closed to help your squad.
Then you
right?
can't see the Capitol building.
Is this stupid for me? I mean, maybe as a Floridian, so we don't need roofs on stadiums here, but like, what the hell is the difference between that and just, having an open stadium?
It gets cold in D.C.
No, I'm saying from a
think-
sun perspective.
I think like a normal stadium, if it was facing east-west, it would be like the seats would go up on that side, probably high enough
And,
to limit
by the way,
impact.
if you're not domed, and guess what? You ain't getting a Super Bowl. So there you go.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Unless
but,
you're in Miami.
Thankfully, the Super Bowl's late enough at night where the sun can't impact it.
Right.
Mike Sullivan, who led the Pittsburgh Penguins to back-to-back Stanley Cups in 2016 and 17, is out as the team's head coach. It was announced Monday. Sullivan was the longest tenured coach in Penguins history after completing his 10th season. The Penguins have missed the playoffs for 3 straight seasons. Big deal, not a big deal, Ian?
Because you won back-to-back, I'd say big deal. But as Bill Cowher said many moons ago, when you go a certain time with a franchise, and it happened to be in that same city, your tone of voice becomes fallen, deaf on ears. And, he has that forever. Remarkable run. So big deal because he won back-to-back cups.
Florida just went up 4-2 on Tampa Bay right now. Minute 40 left in the third. Speaking of hockey, wanted to give you guys an update there on the live action. But in terms of the Penguins, yeah, this is a big deal. This was the longest tenured coach in Pens history. I think it's absolutely a big deal. And I understand Ian's point that maybe because he'd been there for some time, 10 years ain't that long, but that's the longest tenured coach for them, that because he'd been there for a decade, and because the back-to-back was a while ago, that the voice wasn't resonating the same way, you needed some sort of change. But it's still a big deal when you're talking about a coach that did buy himself that much time with back-to-back. And here we are with him getting fired in 2025. Big deal.
In a sit-down with CBS Mornings, Bill Belichick was asked how he met his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson. Before he could begin to answer, Hudson interrupted from off-camera and said, quote, "We're not talking about this." And just to add fuel to the fire and maybe irresponsible speculation, but TMZ Sports is now reporting that the interview had to be delayed after Hudson stormed out of the room and that she butted in even when Belichick was answering questions about football to correct him. Big deal, not a big deal, Amber.
That seems like a big deal. That last part seems like a big deal. This is the first real negative press that I've seen them get since she's clearly taken over as his manager and social media manager. And to some extent, Ian, if you think about it from maybe Bill's perspective, he's dating somebody who's very young, obviously, and he took a job as the head coach at a university where he's coaching very young people, and he needs to resonate with young people because now part of your job is recruiting. And so maybe it's not terrible to take the advice of somebody who is of that generation or closer anyways to that generation to learn how to, speak their language sort of thing. But if she's actually butting in and taking over and getting a little bit too comfortable in a managerial role, it's going to continue to look bad, and it's going to be negative publicity all over the place because already the age discrepancy makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Mamas and daddies are noticing, right? And that was an interview on CBS Sunday Morning where you're having your bacon, your coffee, your pancakes, and you're watching, oh my gosh, Bill Belichick. And it is Dad's Old Navy shirt, right? Which has, when I say Navy, not Old Navy, the store, like Navy.
Good clarification.
It had a giant rip at the top.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Like he wore a shirt with a
That's
rip
his
in
dad's.
it.
Tara. I mean, like
this was an interview on CBS, and he had a shirt with a rip in it.
Yes, because he's so proud of it. And that part would be part of the discussion of why you're wearing that shirt. But because his 24-year-old was dominating the interview, and when that question was posed, it was so awkward when she said, quote, "We're not getting into that, how we met. Not doing that."
Well, she's
now everyone's going, well, how'd you meet?
PR rep.
Yeah, it is
Which maybe
beyond
she is.
interest. It's if you're a mom or a dad, that was not a good moment for recruiting for UNC because you're wondering, like, who's this little young lady who's dominating everything going on with Bill Belichick right now? Who's controlling a 6-time Super Bowl champion, 8-time total when you go to him being a coordinator as well. That did not come off well at all. By the way, again, CBS Sunday Morning, a massive, massive news show.
I mean, I can't tell you how many people in this business I've interviewed over the years where they have a PR person who steps in when you ask a certain question if they don't want to go
Not
there
the
or
girlfriend.
whatever. Not the girlfriend, but I think she thinks of herself as acting more in that role, in that capacity. But you have to know your timing if you're the PR person, and you have to know how you're conducting yourself after that moment and throughout the rest of the interview, because it's going to get out however that goes, and it's not going to look good though.
Hey, it was
because
no
also
bueno. That was a no bueno moment.
yeah,
right?
because also, like, I'm pretty sure Bill Belichick's capable of just saying, I'm not going to answer that question. I feel like that man knows a thing or two about speaking to the press. Normally, that PR person is protecting their client who maybe doesn't have as much experience in front of microphones
And he was
as Bill
promoting a book,
Belichick,
by
who
the
spent
way.
an entire career notoriously not giving us bleep.
Yeah, and he was promoting a book.
Right.
His book.
Yeah,
and
his book.
this is what we're talking about, not the book.
Not the book. Not good. No bueno. Coming up next here on Amber and Ian, we'll continue to keep you updated on all the live playoff action, plus get some more of Ian Fitzsimmons' stories from the NFL draft. That's right here on ESPN Radio.
The NBA playoffs on ESPN Radio.
Edwards, right side three. Splash!
The Timberwolves win 2 straight in Minneapolis and take a 3-1 lead over the Lakers. Can LA survive a must-win Game 5? Coverage begins Wednesday at 9:30 Eastern with tip-off at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Presented by Indeed.
Open a money market account at Kemba Financial Credit Union and enjoy 4.40% APY intro rate until 2026. That's 6 times the national average. Get the flexibility you need with easy access to your funds. Don't miss out. Offer expires April 30th, 2025. Visit Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Advantage status and $5,000 minimum and $1 million maximum deposit required. APY equals annual percentage yield. Comparison based on FDIC average. Federally insured by NCUA.
HBO's biggest series is back, and it's only on Crave.
If you just keep going, you find something new to fight for.
The Last of Us, starring Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey.
There's no halfway with this.
Don't miss the Emmy-winning HBO original critics call breathtaking and masterfully tense.
What did you do?
I saved her.
The Last of Us. Stream now, only on Crave. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
Uneven Concrete. A1 Concrete Leveling provides efficient, cost-effective solutions using patented technology. We lift and level your concrete without the need for replacement. We service driveways, sidewalks, patios, and more. Our process is eco-friendly and minimizes disruption to your property. With over 30 years' experience, we're the trusted choice in Ohio. Customer satisfaction is our top priority, and we take pride in delivering exceptional results. Don't let uneven concrete ruin your property's aesthetic. Call us for a quote today.
Your motorhome or travel trailer isn't just for getaways. It's a moneymaker on wheels. Most RVs sit parked in the driveway. With RV Easy, you can rent out your RV and earn over $20,000 this year. Founded, owned, and operated by Canadians, RV Easy takes care of everything, including full insurance on every rental. And best of all, you choose when to rent and set your own pricing. List your RV for free today at RVEZY.com. That's RVEZY.com. RV Easy. Rent your RV, make money easy.
Your sneakers are staring directly at you. You try to look away,
But you can't. You're laced to face. They're saying Rome wasn't built in a day, and your six-pack won't be either. But you've got to start somewhere. Stop staring. Put us on. Take that first step, or lunge, or squat. Start small. Start somewhere. Join for $7.99 every 2 weeks at fitforlast.ca and experience fitness simplified. Some conditions apply. Fit for Last. Everybody happy.
It's a new era of golf.
Can you believe it?
And every week, Mark Cicchino, Bob Weeks, and Adam Scully take you around the globe, covering the game's top stories and biggest stars.
What a weekend for Canadian golf.
Golf Talk Canada, Tuesday nights on TSN.
3 Eastern on the ESPN app and the SEC Network.
Tell you what it is in case you haven't happened to come across it there on the old TikTok. Chris Carlin, he made a TikTok today and he was talking about how lame you guys are that you didn't go out to a nice steak dinner or hit a casino.
No, we did. Hold on. That part we did.
Oh, maybe he did say that you did do that, but you guys didn't. Oh,
Yeah.
He didn't. There you go. Okay, so he didn't do that. You guys did not hit the casino, and he was talking about how he's not going to see you guys for a long time, and there used to be a time in his life that he would go straight from the casino to work, and now he's at an age where life comes at you fast, and you realize that you did this whole trip and that you didn't even partake in the shenanigans.
All right. So to take everyone behind the scenes at the NFL draft, our hotel was about 8 minutes from a casino. Now,
can I ask a really maybe silly question? I've never been to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Is it known for casinos?
No, not at all.
Oh,
but
okay.
the restaurants were awesome. I mean, the not all about bread breakfast was phenomenal. Oakley's was great for breakfast. And when we left Oakley's on Thursday morning, it was just Carlin and I, and we're driving back to our hotel, literally 2.2 miles. I clocked it. 2.2 miles from our hotel was a joint called the Get Wrecked Tavern. Wrecked spelled RECK''D. We see the sign, and I'm like, oh, dude, we have to, at some point, before we leave Green Bay, just go get one beer as a crew at the Get Wrecked Tavern, which, as we're passing it, has a AC wall unit above the front door.
Everything
it's 9:30 in the
classy
morning.
Establishment.
Yes, it's 9:30 in the morning, and guess what? Parking lot packed. I mean, I'm like, hell yeah.
Place.
Those are some hard charging Packer fans. We are going in that joint. Max Starks, 2-time Super Bowl champion,
Florida
looks
Gator.
at me when I tell him this story. Carlin and I tell him, like, hey, this joint's like 3 miles from our hotel. We have to, at some point, go get a video. Rachel Robinson right now is showing us a picture of the wall unit above. I'll witness it, Rachel. Amber, you're seeing it. There it is.
There
it is a wall unit above the front door. Body count in that joint, I mean, it's real, right? Max Stark says we have to. Just go video all of us in here having one beer and do a draft breakdown. I'm in. Carlin, I'm in. Jordan Reed, I'm out. He's a responsible one. The rest of us, yeah, we're in. Did we do it?
Nope.
No, we never. We were there from Wednesday to Sunday. Never, ever went to the Get Wrecked Tavern. We never went and played a hand of blackjack at a casino. I don't know what has happened to Chris Carlin, Mike Tannenbaum, Max Starks, and my sorry butt. But good Lord, we have failed
I think
miserably as just tellers of stories and taking you. How many times, Amber, have you heard in the last few years of us at the casinos when the draft was in Vegas, or what we did in Detroit, or what we did or didn't do in Kansas City?
I don't know how you have time. I got to be honest. I don't know how you have time for anything at the draft. I mean, I could understand as a radio crew with all these college football games you do if at some point during those weekends you have
the Friday night dinner before a Saturday game is paramount for us.
That I could get. I do not get how you do it with the NFL draft, how you have no time for anything. There's so much that you have to know, too.
Especially Saturday after the draft is done. That's the one where the whole crew goes and gets after it. We went to dinner at the Republic, which is a remarkable chop house in Green Bay. Sensational. But after dinner, did we go to the casino? Did we go and get wrecked at the Get Wrecked Tavern? No. You know what we did?